What is up, my Little Deinos? Vepsis, your coach of the Helsinki Hydreigons, and we are here for the NCP Season 5 Week 1 battle when we go up against JayVee and his team being the Atlanta Victinis. He's someone that we got to go up against last season as he was a replacement coach taking over for someone, and back then it didn't really go into his way. And I would say that was more so due to the fact that he was really strict on time to prepare for, because I was the first opponent he had to go up against when he took over the team. This time around he has been able to be now around since the very start, and I'm happy that he is, and he managed to draft himself a pretty solid roster, which you can see above my face cam currently as a comparison to my own roster. And just breaking the fourth wall, you'll notice I'm wearing the same gear when it comes to clothing. I actually finished the draft analysis today, edited it and posted it today. And today was also the draft stream where Ogalbina and Grandmaster D-Ray were streaming the draft stream, and you saw all the picks going down. If you were there, I'm sure you enjoyed the stream. If you haven't seen it yet, the link I will be leaving down below in the description. So if you enjoy draft streams in Generation 8, you get to go there and see it afterwards. But either way, I'll be coming back once we are connected with my opponent, and hopefully this is gonna be going well for us. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really had the most time to prepare. I'm kinda rushing today. I've got a lot of things to take care of, but even after this battle I have to prepare and I'll play a playoff game for a showdown league. So I'm a little bit strict on time. If things don't go my way, I'll kinda use that as my excuse, even though you don't really want to come up with excuses early on. But just breaking the fourth wall, I'm a little bit strict on time, but I think I have a good team in place, and hopefully it's gonna be at least giving us a very solid close battle as on week 1 supposed to be. But I'll be coming back once we are connected, so stay tuned for that. Alright, here we are with the battle with JayVee, and let's see what he decides to bring. He has a very tough roster for me to go up against. He has a defensive backbone with CELESTEELA Vaporeon that I think will be a little bit tough to go up against, but hopefully my Galarian Slowking set will work out. It's a Shocker Berry with Calm Mind. And we see Frostlass, Komodo, Darmanitan, CELESTEELA, Landorus, and Vaporeon. No Clefable, which means that my Choice Scarf Hydreigon is a very good late game winning condition if I can break through the Vaporeon well enough. But I think I'm gonna be leading with my Arcanine because it matches well versus the Frostlass, which on paper I knew going into this game its dual stab will be a little bit annoying. And it was between my Arcanine and Resisteel which one I would select to deal with that thing. And I chose Arcanine because it has better matchup versus rest of his team. He didn't bring Sticky Webs with Galvantula, so he could have Hazard stacking with Stealth Rocks and Spikes. That's mainly what I'm worried about. I do have Defog on Hydreigon as a last resort. And yeah, I think I'm gonna lead with the Arcanine. Barring Vaporeon, I match up pretty decently, and Landorus. Versus Landorus, I get an Intimidate off going to Slowbro. Versus Vaporeon, I go into Galarian Slowking. Everything else I'm pretty good versus. But good luck and have fun to JayVee. Hopefully it's gonna be a close battle. But like I said on the intro, I'm a little bit rushing today, including this battle, so hopefully things go well regardless of that. He does live with the Darmanitan, which is probably gonna be his Scarfer. And I get my Intimidate off on this. Now I could try to predict him to U-turn into Vaporeon and go for a Toxic. I'm very tempted to do that, but I don't know what kind of set this is. I think I'll wait for the opportunity to be right when I click Toxic. And turn 1 I'm gonna see how he likes to play. I can see the U-turn coming along with the Intimidate. This will do absolutely nothing. He does go for the Earthquake, so I'm glad that turn 1 I didn't overthink things. And I can easily regen that health back. And now I can go for a Teleport and react to what he does. So I'm glad that turn 1 I didn't overthink things. And I made the proper play, because Arcanine can easily predict the Vaporeon later words of the battle and get the Toxic off. But now let's see who does he go into. I expect the Vaporeon to come in on me, to be honest. Because he doesn't have other things that like to switching on me. He could maybe go into Frost Slash, but on that I go into my Arcanine. But there comes the Vaporeon. And I will simply go into my Galarian Slowking and start Calm Minding up. That is my best play versus this thing, cause I don't bring Whimsicott, cause Whimsicott's matchup was otherwise a little bit annoying, mainly the CELESTEELA being there. And I don't have elected type, so because of that I kinda have to play this Vaporeon this way, that I use it as a setup fodder, and because I'm part poison type, he cannot toxic me. Scalp Burn won't really bother me too much, and I have a Sugar Berry for his Landorus. As he does go for the Scald, this shouldn't do too much. And I will get my Calm Mind. He does burn me immediately, which will wear me down. Which will be annoying. Okay. On this turn I will slack off to make sure that I get myself relatively healthy. He could go for a Wish here. He does Flip Turn. Who does he Flip Turn into? If he goes into the Landorus, I might just Psychic it right from the bat. Just to get some damage off on him. But it might be a hard time for him to hard swap into anything necessarily. He could go also into Frost Slash, which gives me my Arcanine. And then I get to Toxic that Vaporeon. Based on the fact that he has Scald and Flip Turn, I feel like it won't have Heal Bell on it. So once I get it on a timer, it will be there to stay. But let's see what he does. He does go into Hard Floor Slash, okay. So now I will slack off. And I go into my... I will go into my Arcanine. I don't know if he's physical or special yet. Obviously if he's special, I could do a lot more to him back. But if he's physical, Poltergeist would hurt. That's why I need to go into my Arcanine, which is mixed defensive, and along with Intimidate, I should take this okay. But now I get information out of this Frost Slash what it's gonna be doing. But he should be forced to attack me, right? He does go for the Poltergeist. He will intensify my boots. If it's doing closer to half, I know it's banded. That's not banded. I know right away that's not banded. This gives me the Toxic that I wanted to get. So I go straight for the Toxic. It will manage to hit on this Frost Slash even if he stays in. But more likely it's gonna lure in that Vaporeon. And there's the Vaporeon. I needed this thing on a timer, so my Slowking, even without Calm Minding, will be able to beat it. Now, assuming he doesn't have like Rest Sleep Talk like I would run it. Oh, how I usually run a lot of my mons, as we know about my channel. Or it's gonna be like Wish, Heal Bell. If it's Heal Bell on it still, it would be annoying, but I still have my Slowking to try to beat it 1v1. And next time around I'll probably half Flamethrower to hit the Frost Slash on a switch. He does Flip Turn, which is fine by me. Now I imagine the Frost Slash comes in again. Yeah, there's the Frost Slash. Now something that this thing could do is that it starts spiking me up. That is definitely something he could do. But I have heavy duty boots on a lot of my things, so until my Nidoking and this Slowking has to be really worn down by spikes, then I would be forced to defog. But before then I'm not too forced to do that just yet. He could also straight go for the Poltergeist because that thing is a little bit of threatening to him. But he does go for the spikes. He does go for the spikes. Now here I go for the Morning Sun, because I would like to keep this thing healthy for this Frost Slash. And he will probably go into the Vaporeon again. Yep. There's the Vaporeon. And I get myself back to full health. And my Slowking has barely taken any damage, and I have Regenerator. And this thing on being on a timer is just fine for me. Now ideally I would see him clicking Scald again, so that my he doesn't get this free initiative all this time. But like, then again, if the Frost Slash with Poltergeist won't be an issue just yet. It won't be an issue just yet. And he does flip turn. Yeah, he might be trying to get all these spikes up, like, throughout this progress. But I think I'll be fine still. He does go into the Landers this time around, okay. Now I do have a Shocker Berry on this. But either way I'm gonna go into my Slow Pro to scout this thing. If he goes for a knockoff, that would be a shame, but I don't think I will need my Slow Pro on boots as much. And I need my Slow King to be... Okay, he does go for the knockoff. That looks to be physically orientated based on that damage. That is definitely physically orientated. And this is where I go for the teleport. Because I could see him being U-turn on this. Yeah. This gonna wear me down a little bit, so Darmanitan is a little bit scarier, but I have Arcanine at full health still. And that thing has boots intact. I need boots on the things that are weak to Stealth Rocks for sure. And he does go into the Vaporeon. Alright. And now I will go for the teleport. Now this could be a turn that I can go into Hydreigon just to defog this away, because you don't switch into this thing as well either. I think I'll go into Slowking. I'll half Flamethrower and hit this Frost Slash on a switch. He's gonna flip turn into it. I would think. I don't think he has any business staying in at the very least. That's for certain. And my Hydreigon has defog, so eventually in a same sequence I can get it in. But I expect him to swap into the Frost Slash, so I want to Flamethrower it. I have decent amount of special attack. I'm also dedicated once I'm at +2 that I will kill the Landorus after Stealth Rocks. Which is a little difficult way for me to say, but that's basically how I have it invested as. But basically what it should mean to you right now on this very turn. If he goes into Frost Slash, this Flamethrower will hurt it. And Slowking is naturally already pretty decent special attacker as it is, so it would two-shot him. So next time around he cannot really freely come in on me. Okay, he goes straight into Landorus. I'll take this damage on you as well, gladly. Yeah, that did good amount of damage to you. And here's the thing, I can go for the Psychic again, because I have the Sugar Berry. So I think I'll do that. Because maybe afterwards I get to the point that it cannot... He does go for the knockoff. I'm pretty sure I live this. Yeah, I do. And Psychic should do a lot to you. Yeah, that's pretty much in Stealth Rock range. Do I live the burn? I do live the burn. That is so key. That is so key for me. I think he's gonna go for the U-turn, so I'll go into my Tornadus on this. I'd imagine he clicks U-turn, because he finishes me off. If he clicks knockoff, that would suck. If he gets rocks later on. But he does U-turn, okay. As I thought. I didn't want my Slowbro coming on that hit yet. Who does he go into? Darmanitan. Okay. See, this is where I have Arcanine to switch into on this easily. Which I'm pretty confident I will do that play. Because with heavy duty boots I'll take the hit just fine. And he's probably gonna U-turn, and I don't want my Slowbro take that U-turn. I need Slowbro coming a little bit freely later on. If he goes for the Rock Slide, I can pivot on that. He does go for the Flare Blitz. We should take this just fine. Yeah, we'll take that just fine. And he will take some recall. And I will Morning Sun to keep this thing healthy. I need this thing healthy for this thing and for the CELESTEELA. And there comes the Vaporeon. Alright. This is where I'm pretty confident I can go into my Slowbro, cause it can basically get a very good regenerator off. Cause this thing should not be able to touch me, cause it's gonna be going for either Scald or Flip Turn. And that gives me a huge amount of health on Slowbro. And I need that right now, so I'll do that. But I'm really glad that Slowking managed to live that hit after the burn, so I got the Landers in a range that once I get my Stealth Rocks up with my Nidoking, it's basically dead. Or he cannot swap into any attacks for free either. He does Flip Turn. This should do a reasonable amount of damage, yeah. And I gain all that health back. I'd imagine the Frostlash comes in on me, right? That's your best thing to threaten me out. I can make a very aggressive play and go into Hydreigon on that thing. But we'll see. But he doesn't have many things that outright threaten me. If he goes into CELESTEELA, I have Arcanine at full health. Darmanitan can deal with me 1v1. He goes into Dharma straight out. He wants to U-turn, I suppose. How much U-turn is doing to me? I need to check this. Dharma with U-turn into my Slowbro. Even if you're Adamant Nature, it does 76 at max. So I can live that hit. So I go for this Slack Off. I can gain all that health back. He does U-turn. Yeah. I gain that health back right away. This could make him think that I'm gonna teleport the way I stayed in, but I'm gonna slack out just to gain that health back. I should gain more health back out of the extension. I need this thing healthy. Yeah, there comes the Frostlash. As I'm gonna be at full health. I still don't know if you're Colbur Berry or not. Colbur Berry would be really scary option for him to be. But I feel like he's gonna go for this spike, so I'm gonna go into my Hydreigon straight on this. And once I force it out, I can default these away. This is a very aggressive play, but I think I can get this right. He goes for the spikes. I don't think he has any business staying in here. I don't think he should have any business, unless he's Colbur Berry. But I would like to default, that's why I made this play, so I commit to it. He stays in. That is such a wild play. He has to be Colbur Berry on this then. Ice Beam. I should take this, right? Yeah, I'll take it. He's Colbur Berry on that thing for sure then. Okay. But this thing is still healthy enough that, like, thankfully the spikes won't matter too much, but I guess I should have just attacked that thing. That was a misplay for sure. I knew, like, I thought about, like, Colbur Berry could be a thing. I clearly know it's a Colbur Berry set. Like, clearly he is that set. I don't think he should stay in here. I need to capitalize on that Vaporeon somehow. Part of me wants to just go into hard on my Slowking, cause he can gain the health. He shouldn't stay in here. I'm over-predicting this guy twice now, but he does swap now. Yeah. But that was really scary. I cannot let Hydreigon to get Rista like that again. I'm pretty sure I can skull on this. No, I cannot. I need to gain that regen more again. Skull would kill me. So I have to go into slow bro to get regen. Like now, I'm noticing I'm lacking a end goal, which I usually do have. Now that like that play with Hydra versus the Frostless, I should have just dark posted and it's bothering me too much. It is bothering me way too much, I have to admit. Okay. But this thing at least now stayed in for another turn. Now I'm debating that should I just go for the Psychic to damage the Frostlass, because I have no damage on it yet. I think I should Psychic here. I'm not forcing him to take any damage thus far, so I should do that right now. He does flip turn. I need to force damage. And I need to get into the range that Dark Pulse or Draco will kill that Frostlass. Like that has to be the end goal right now for me. Okay, he sacks this thing. That's pretty good for me. Like the way he has been keeping the Komodo in the back, it might be a setup set. And hopefully it's that so he doesn't have rocks. If he did, it's dead now on the end, because the Landorus is dead. I wonder how much the Vaporeon would do to my Arcanine. Like, can my Arcanine actually just stay in versus it and 1v1 it? It would do under half to me most of the time. He brought the Darmanitan in, so he's gonna U-turn again. So I can slack off. He has to U-turn again. And now that this thing actually doesn't have item anymore, the Poltergeist cannot actually affect me. That's actually very true, I just thought about that. I should have thought about that earlier when I was Iron Angel. Okay, you come in. You're probably gonna try to Toxic me, right? I feel like that would be your play. But I got this thing way back to healthy again. Now go into my Slowking, I think, just to scout the Toxic. I could also go hard on Nidoking on this. Because I would like to... I'm gonna predict the Toxic. Or Giga Drain. But more so the Toxic. He could also Leech Seed. But I feel like Toxic would be his play. Taramize. Okay, you're a setup threat. Now that is a scarier thought. He could be the Meteor Beam set. Or his Weakness Policy. But I'm not sure if I can predict that right now or not, like which one is better case for me. I do have Intimidate on my Arcanine, so I feel like it can take the one hit. So I'll Thunderbolt to get the damage off. Earthquake. He's physical. I'll take this hit. Now don't be Weakness Policy and then I will be fine. This should do a lot. He's Weakness Policy. That's scary scenario. Okay. Now that's a lot scarier for me to deal with. He will get into +3 after this, so that's very scary for me to deal with. But the right set can beat me right now. If it's the right set like mixed attacker, that could be the end of me. I'm gonna try to go into slow pro to see what kind of move you're clicking. I need to figure out his set. Let's see. Giga... Oh my god, that's the worst case scenario. We could lose right here. That is the absolute worst case scenario that I just did. We could have a very tough loss this week now. That is very likely scenario right now. I have to play this very right. And I still might... I probably lose to the Arc. That was such a bad play. That was terrible play for me. Now he would have to Earthquake here, right? Can I Intimidate Shuffle this to the point that I can beat it? I have to try. Otherwise I lose. Otherwise I lose for sure. Yeah, losing the slow pro right, that means that I lose to Darmanitan. So now I have to play for differential, but that was really bad. That was the case because I was thinking, instead of like weakness pose, I'll say it right now because I don't think I said, I was thinking Meteor Beam, Power Herb set. He Air Slash too. This is the worst case scenario that could happen to me. This is the worst case scenario. I'm losing something here. I probably have to let go my Nidoking. And now I have to, like I didn't... The thing that I'm messing me up is that I'm not paying attention to what boost he got. PSP special attack, so I know... No, special attack will not help me either. And he autonomized again. This is so over right now. This is gonna be the same story as last season, except it's not gonna be with timer. I'm gonna get 6-0'd week 1. No, it's not a 6-0, I killed the Landorus. It's gonna be a 5-0. But I have to let this thing go down. I have to hope he misses Air Slash, essentially. That's basically what it comes down to. What boost did you get? But props to him, he brought exactly the right set to beat me. This is really bad. What boost is it? Special attack. Yeah, the Arcana won't live this anymore, I think. I'm specially defensive, so I hope it is. But it's gotten like 4 boost right now. It's +4. There's no way I'll live it right now, right? I should have just attacked it the first time with this. It's definitely my own fault. It's probably gonna kill me, right? It doesn't kill me. It doesn't kill me, but that's tough. That's tough that flinch happened. I'll be honest. I reacted in a way because of that, because I think I'm pretty sure I could have at least gotten to the point that I don't lose to this more right now. I think I would have lost either way this game, if I'm being honest. But it meant that I lost a lot of differential, so we are taking a big loss week 1 to a CELESTEELA, but congratulations to JayVee, it's nothing like on you. You played this set correctly, and I was second guessing so much, like is it power up medium beam set or is it a weakness policy? And when I clicked the Thunderbolt and the weakness policy popped, I knew at that point that alright, this is gonna be the end of us. That's gonna be the end of us. But CELESTEELA is one of the best mods in the format, and this is just a great showcase of that. It's when you get the set right with the autonomized set, and your opponent is not sure if it's weakness policy, like I wasn't sure if it's weakness policy or was it going to be the power medium beam set. Because I thought the power medium beam set would make sense versus a Arcanine. And then it would be special as well along with that. So it would have then Giga Drain. Like, it probably would have been the same moveset, to be honest. It's probably the same moveset, just the different item. But because I got the item wrong, it really... like, it made that play a lot worse than I already did. But great game to JayVee. You fully deserve this win. So I'm not gonna be like really salty about this. Obviously I'm disappointed at myself. I don't think I played this game. Even before the CELESTEELA came out, like with the Hydreigon, the play was really bad play. But Great game to JayVee. He's gonna start up this season basically almost a dream way for himself. He get a 5-0 win. And the thing what I can take away of this game, besides learning from my lessons, is that I cannot get too hard on myself out of a week 1 loss. I know my past experience, especially I can rely Wi-Fi scenario from last season. I got a 0-6 loss week 1 because the timer ran out. And from there I was able to get into number 2 scene. I was actually in a position that if I would have tried harder the last 2 weeks and got it like a win over Ultra Prayer, I was still in a position to get the number 1 seed. It doesn't mean that it's guaranteed to happen the similar way, but I know that I can bounce back from this. That's basically what I can say to myself. You guys have seen this from my side, so I don't get too rattled about this or too upset about this all too much. So just go congratulate the JayVee from his game. He played it, that set properly. And this week I just got mollywopped by CELESTEELA. It's as simple as that. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the week 2 battle when I go up against Olivia Sama. That will be my bounce back game. Hopefully by then I'm a little bit more composed when it comes to be more sharp with my plays. And again, like I said earlier on the video, it's been really, I'm a little bit all over the place, and after ending this as well, I have to now prepare for a playoff game and then play it as well, and I really don't feel like doing it. Not because of this game, but like in general, so much on my hand right now. So either way, just stay tuned for week 2 battle, and thank you for watching. I'm gonna be seeing you guys later.